doing? I'm at my parents' house, and I'm building a puzzle. It's a 3D puzzle. Here's a picture of the puzzle. It is the Eiffel Tower. And so far, I have separated my pieces into various components to separate them out. And I've just gotten started on the base. So I've got like 2 things of the base done. So we're gonna build this together, you and I. After I've gotten the thing like started. All right, cool. All right, so let's see how this goes. All right. So some of these pieces have little tabs in them, which go in these little slots here in the base. So that was kind of a clue to get started. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then some of these pieces bend. They're not flat, they bend. So they can do corners and stuff like that. So that makes it a little bit easier to get started. So I got 2 of the bases done like that. Okay, let's see. So, and obviously I don't know that these things are in the right base, but we're figuring it out as we go, which is part of the fun. Okay, let's see. So trying to figure out which of these things go which of these other things. And that doesn't look right. So that looks more right. Okay, let's see if we can find a corner piece that puts those things together. That looks like that might be the right corner piece, maybe? Let's see. All right. All right, you got a notification? Outstanding. That's good news. Notifications are good. Yeah, this is my parents' kitchen. It's a very nice little place. And we'll talk a little bit about the channel too while we're building, because I'm pretty committed to making some changes here in the near term. And we'll talk a little bit about those changes. These are not, by the way, I've previewed these sort of changes already in my posts already, so no surprise there. But we're going to talk a little bit about it. My dad is here. He's in the living room. You might be able to hear him on the phone back there. I asked my dad if it was okay if I streamed in his kitchen. He said yes, so he's chilling with me, so I can spend a little bit of time with him. At least I'm in the same room as him, which, you know, hey, that's something. That would be the sound that my mother is coming home. This doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, that looks like that might be a better fit. Let's see. Oh, for those of you who are in Greenville, I'm meeting up today. I'm just waiting for a confirmation on the place, but we're looking at 6 p.m. if you're in the Greenville area. Exact location to follow soon. Okay, I think that's right. Let's see if it fits. Yeah, I think that's right. That looks correct. So that piece is designed to bend. It's a little bit finicky though. Come on. I think that's right. This is a 3D model, so some of the pieces bend, obviously. And what looks like the right combination. Where'd I get the model? My mom had it just hanging around. My mom The power was out this morning. Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Hey, just to let you know, I'm streaming in the kitchen, so I'm live.
Okay.
Mom says hi. If that's okay, if you need me to move, I can move somewhere. The camera's facing this way. It's facing towards me.
I'll be very quiet.
Yeah, it's fine. If you need me to move, I can move somewhere. But hey, I'm putting together this model. So it's looked fun. So we're trying.
Cool. I'm happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you too, Mom. JC for $2 in chat says hi, Mom. They sent me $2 to say hello to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, I do have wonderful parents. Whatever else can be said, I have great parents, and that makes me lucky in a lot of ways. Not everyone has that.
And we're very happy to have some time with you.
I'm happy to be with you too, Mom. Yes, I did get hit hard last night with weather, as a matter of fact. I'm visiting my parents in the upstate of South Carolina, near Greenville in the upstate. And last night, I swear, there was like a thunderclap that was right on top of my house. It was so loud. I mean, it woke me out of a sleep, and it kind of scared the shit out of me, to be honest. It was so loud. So I think it's quite possible that there was like a thunderclap like directly over my house, and it was intense. So yeah, there was a lot of rain last night. All right, so let's talk a little bit about changes. Well, we'll wait till a few more people come in, if anyone else is going to join me, before we talk about more changes coming to the channel in the near term. There's going to be more member benefit, which will be nice, because I've always sort of struggled with what to do for the members in sort of like helping them, or honoring their contribution, because I'm so thankful for so many of your members, and I've always sort of struggled with what to do, in terms of member content or member benefit, and like I really haven't offered anything because I don't know what to offer. And so so far what I've been offering in terms of member benefit is like off-brand content. So this stream will probably be members only when I'm done, because it's off-brand content. So the members get to see it, after it's live. So, and there's other things like that where I do gaming streams and, other things too where it's, off-brand. So the members get that benefit. But I'm thinking about changing the way I'm thinking basically of changing from a live stream heavy to a video on demand heavy, edited video heavy. And basically not doing live streams for the foreseeable future, except for Thursday Night Thunderdome, which will remain. So that's the big change. And then what I thought I could do in terms of a member benefit is I could have the members watch me put together the content. So they'd be behind the scenes. They get to see me research the content, edit the content, put it together, as I'm putting it together, get to watch it, and essentially get a free preview of the content, so they'd get the advanced thing. And so that would be potentially like a several hour stream every day. So we do a live stream, and it would be at the same time every day. So this is sort of the tentative plan, and this is subject to change. But the tentative plan is, like, I would go live at, say, like maybe 12 noon or 1 Eastern time every day for a members only stream, and put together the content, research the content, edit the content, and so forth and so on. And also, incidentally, teach myself editing, because I don't really know how to edit. But I teach myself editing, and you get to watch all that. And then, 2 days later, the content itself would post as a video on demand. But for those of you who are members and want to see it live and want to see advanced and want to participate in chat and stuff like that, and support me and stuff like that, I thought that might be a good members benefit. So that's something I'm considering doing. If we go down this road, it would be like a members only live, like every day, for like the expectation. It wouldn't be a set amount of time, but the expectation would probably be like 3 or 4 hours. Every day, like Monday through Friday, members only. And then, 2 days later, the edited content that we put together would post. And also, to the extent that you guys had suggestions or, changes or, whatever, you could help me punch up the content. So you can be like my preview army and be there as part of the preview for those of you who would be interested in that kind of thing. I thought that might be fun. So it's like this, isn't it? Yeah. I think that's it. All right, so I just need to cram it into the corner. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, is video on demand. In terms of the format, I was watching some MatPat episodes for some inspiration. So I don't know if I can get away with, well, that's just a theory, a law theory. I don't think that would necessarily go over well with the IP people of MatPat. But maybe I can use some of the notes from that format in putting together my format and make it more like funutainment, and I think that would be good. The RimWorld, while I was writing the Supreme Court brief, yeah. I basically am done with the brief right now. I'm basically done. I sent it to somebody to edit it some more. But I have my, depending on how we're calling it today, I have either my second rough draft or my first final draft. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure the label matters. But I'm basically done with my brief. I've still got like 40 days to file, so I've got plenty of time to file. So I've already tried to reach out to a couple groups who are in my domain and see if they have any interest in joining in as amici. I have one kind of strong interest so far. One group that says that they seem interested, and I've actually talked to them on the phone and discussed it. So we're making progress, but I'm basically done. And they pointed out a potential weakness in my argument, and I've decided, for better or worse, to deal with that in the reply brief, because assuming that my opposition makes the same argument for a weak point, assuming I've correctly identified the weak point in my argument, which, trying to game it a little bit. Like, you always, as a lawyer, want to do that. You always want to try to say, well, what is how would I attack my own argument, right? And, you don't necessarily get it right, but you want to try. So assuming that my opposition thinks the weak point in my argument is the same thing I think is the weak point in my argument, then I'm going to deal with that in the reply brief. And assuming they don't think it's the weak point in my argument, then I guess I'm just not going to address it at all. Because why highlight a weakness, right? So if they see the same weakness, I'll address it. And if not, well, I'll ignore it. And deal with whatever they think the weakness is, because that's how that works. And then, of course, once I actually file and it's officially on the docket, I will share it with you all in full. So that's coming relatively soon. Of course, even if my case, well, there's two major weaknesses actually. One of which I can't really solve, and one of which I think I can. And so getting the Supreme Court to hear the case is the challenging part. Because, yeah. But I knew that going in, of course. And I told my client going in, I told them very clearly in writing. I was like, I pointed this out to them in writing. I'm like, the Supreme Court only grants less than 1% of these things. So, our expectation is, that they'll say no. But we're going to try. We're absolutely going to try. And maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised and they'll be badass. I've also made a decision that I'm not going to be talking about depression anymore except on members-only streams. And the reason for that, obviously, is because, well, to be entertaining, to be edutainment, people just want to be entertained, which is fair enough. People just want to be entertained. And, succeeding with depression is validation enough, so I don't really necessarily have to talk about it. I don't think this is the right piece. It kind of looks like the right piece. So that's some of the things I'm thinking about doing. The nice thing also about video on demand, is it makes it much easier to produce shorts. And because I can use like Opus Clips, which does AI automatic clipping, and which is fine to get started. And then I can use those shorts to upload to Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and everything else, multiple times a day potentially, to help get awareness of the channel. And then I probably will upload those. I'm debating whether or not, because I've uploaded in the past when I've done that, I've uploaded in the past to both my YouTube main channel, which is this channel, and also my YouTube Shorts channel. And I'm thinking about, just uploading to YouTube Shorts and letting it just be a Shorts channel. And then potentially converting the Uncivil Law main channel into a video on demand channel with potential eyes towards maybe at some point creating a separate channel for lives. But that's a long way in the future if we're going to go down that road, so I wouldn't worry about that right now. Is this the right way to do this thing? The pieces are symmetrical, so it should be. It looks like the same piece. Yeah, so it should be right. Do I have access to South Carolina court filings? I have access to anything if I want to. I have to pay for it, obviously, but, they're public record. So I don't have automatic access to South Carolina court filings, but I certainly can if there's something I need to look up. So yes, sort of. Was the piece just backwards? Was that the problem? I think the piece was just backwards. That was the problem. Nope, that was not the problem. Why is this not working? All right, let me try this. Take out this one and put in this one and see if it makes any difference. Maybe the piece is bent somehow or distorted. They're the same piece, right? I'm not just imagining that. They are not the same piece. That would be why it's failing, Kurt. You're trying to actually force something that is not the right piece. You gotta always recheck your assumptions, you know? I was also watching this video from Matt Pat. It wasn't on his channel. Someone else took the video where he was giving a talk at VidCon, and I want to say it was 2018, on good thumbnail design. And I thought he had some really interesting points in there. So I'm going to try to use some of those tips to create better thumbnails. How's everything going on in your days, guys? You guys having fun? I haven't been watching too much of the Karen Reed trial, obviously, because I've been away. And I'm not really going to get back into it when I get back, because I feel like, I'm a little bit late to the game on that space. So I think I'm not going to really, I might do recap in the evening, maybe, but I'm not really sure how I'll do about that practically. But I might try to do something like that. We'll see. Defense sucked today. They had an off day. Well, I guess it's nice that once in a while that the defense also has a bad day, because so far they've been crushing it. So if the defense had a bad day, well, I guess it's nice to know they're mortal. That's encouraging. You've always been impressed with my thumbnails? Thank you. Thumbnail game is hard. I mean, some of these creators spend ungodly amount of time on their thumbnails. And sometimes they get ungodly amount of clicks. So there's something to that somewhere, right? Trying to decide what to eat for lunch? Eat something healthy. Eat something light. Get like a chicken wrap. That'd be good. Yeah, get a chicken wrap. That sounds good. Sorry, sound needs to be muted. Okay, would member movie watch alongs be a thing? We could do that on Twitch. We could do that on Twitch with Amazon Prime. There is a thing where we could do movie watch parties. Obviously, it wouldn't be a member-only thing because it would be on Amazon Prime, or it would be on Twitch rather, and you would have to have Amazon Prime in order to watch because you'd be watching on your own computer. They have that synced up. So we could do that. That might be interesting as a potential thing, but it wouldn't be, strictly speaking, a members-only thing. Because I don't think there's any way to do that on YouTube. But there is a way to do it on Twitch, which would be fun. Nick Ricada does that, I believe. So we could follow him in that path. Hello, Oasis. How are you doing? Having a nice slow day here today. I'm not sure how much of this will do before my battery on my phone dies, but all right. So we've got all 4 bases of the tower now done. Hooray. Hooray. All right, so now we got to start building up from there. All right. Oops. I don't like it because when the thumbnail is R something. I've been knocking out a piece of stuff to do on my to-do list. Power washed my fence and house sign, did a lot of research on local Native Americans. That's cool. So we're just gonna try to try pieces and see what works. This piece is not the right piece. This piece is wrong. That piece is wrong. Yeah, Nick does movies. He does them really, really late. That man has the weirdest schedule I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know how he does it or how it works for him, but apparently it does. With his 5 kids, incidentally, which also makes it, whatever. But that man doesn't get up till like 1 in the afternoon. I know, because I've been to his house. And then he starts streaming at, 11 Central? And then he'll do like 2 hours of streaming or 3 hours of streaming, and then he'll watch a movie with his people. The man is insane. I talked to Nick, incidentally, by the way, recently, twice, I think. And he's fine. I know a lot of people think that there's problems with him, but, at least, I couldn't detect anything, and I tried to, make myself available, so I think he's the same old, same old. I just assume that he has things going on in his life like we all do, and sometimes, he has bad days or bad times, but, everything seems okay. I know he was worried recently about the Rumble deal, but I believe he signed a new agreement, so I believe that's been resolved. So I know he was a little bit concerned about that because the Rumble deal was expiring, but I believe they signed a new deal, so I believe he is happy with that. Who is Karen Reed? Good question. I didn't see it, but I heard tell that the prosecutors basically put on a bunch of character witnesses that bolstered Karen Reed and made her look better, which is, that's an interesting choice. Oh, by the way, also while I'm thinking about it, 2 different people contacted me recently regarding a movie that's going up on Netflix at the end of the month about 7M, which is this dance management agency / religious cult. We've covered that a little bit as it relates to the case of 7M versus Katie Joy Paulson as it relates to a defamation case. I don't think anything in that case has happened for a while. Last time I heard, they were still stuck in discovery hell and trying to figure out what happens in discovery, which is very not interesting for us to cover. It's like there's nothing, it's just dicking around, and there's nothing really to cover there, except to that's legally interesting. I mean, I could make it dramatic, I suppose, but it's just dumb. It's minutia. It's minutia. Anyways, but there's a Netflix movie coming out, I think on the 26th or something like that, about 7M's, the cult. And so that's pretty interesting. So that might spark some interest in that. So to the extent that we can do some 7M related stories in the new VOD format, I think we'll probably do that. Because, we've done some coverage on that already, and there might be renewed interest. So I think that'll be fun. Trying to look for another piece just like this piece, by the way, is what I'm doing right now. It's been a long time since I've done a jigsaw puzzle, so my skill set here is not great. So if you were looking forward to, super exciting jigsaw action, not so much. I'm also gonna work out more. I'm gonna start doing elliptical 3 days a week or other cardio when I get back. So I can, kick this weight loss journey into high gear. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Okay. We're making progress, baby. We're making progress. See, I got my little feet, little foot of my Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Is this right? That should be right. Yeah, that looks correct to me. All right. What I really need is some sort of I need some sort of line to end my videos like, that's just a theory, a law theory, but obviously not that. I need something of my own that, would be of similar linguistic, value. I enjoyed watching Ian Runkle's video recently about the police being called on him by this sovereign citizen guy or whoever he is, vexatious litigant. He doesn't like being called a sovereign citizen, so apologies. Vexatious litigant, we'll just stick with that. I enjoyed his video discussing that. That was kind of hilarious. But that's just one side of the case, yeah. It's not that bad. What, if any? It is not what, if any, I promise you that. Although I did kind of enjoy torturing Rob a little bit last night. That was fun, because it's been a while since I tortured Rob. I enjoyed that. Rob had this members-only live stream last night, where he was doing his last stream from his current shop. And there were a couple what, if any questions before the stream started. And so I just announced to the stream that all questions must be in the form of what, if any. And basically the entire chat thought that was hilarious, and we proceeded to do that again to Rob for the next half hour, which was pretty funny to me, at least. So, apparently people liked my idea of trolling Rob, and we trolled Rob for a half hour, which was hilarious. So hopefully he enjoyed that. It's like that old saying from the Friars roast. You only roast the ones you love. It's that idea, right? Why torture Rob? He's your friend. You only roast the ones you love. That's why. Specifically because he's my friend, that's why. And as long as he understands that's the spirit behind it, then we're all good. And I think it's also, I don't know the degree to which it's a male thing, but it's definitely a male thing to some degree, where men, rib on their friends. And so that's, part of the bonding or something of maleness. You have to be careful with that sometimes, that people understand that that's a rib. Because I've definitely had relationships in the past where that's gone wrong. And they did not understand that it was in that spirit, and they thought I was generally like generally attacking them. And that's gone wrong before. And sometimes that's difficult to recover from. So it requires a little bit of, care. How about ending your streams with law quotes such as, "The law must have the last word"? That's actually not a bad idea. "And remember, the law must have the last word." Yeah, that could work. Good idea. That could work. Good idea. This is very interestingly like, I've also noticed that the other channel that I've been working on, not my channel, but the channel I've been contributing to, Attorneys React, has not been growing the way I hoped it would, which is interesting, and I'm not 100% sure what's behind that. Why it hasn't become more successful. Maybe it's just not enough value add. Damn it. Because subscribers are lazy? Could be. Matt Pat said you should do a call to action, like in the first third of your video, but you should make it like more interesting than just a standard, "Please hit the subscribe button." You should make it more like tied into the topic. So he said something like, if you're going to do a video about the Hulk, remember the Hulk smash that subscribe button there. Something like that, to make it more fun, which I thought was a pretty good suggestion. The man did manage to clear, 8 figures on YouTube. So he must do something right. There's gotta be something you can learn in there, Sold his channels, for probably $20 million or something ridiculous. All right, cool. There's 2 pieces. Not everything we touch can be golden. Yeah, I know. But, I want to improve, obviously. I want to make a difference. And a lot of his channel was not him being on screen, right? It was like an animated cutout for a lot of his channel, too. So it wasn't like him being on screen. So, just trying to figure out what you can learn from the way other people have succeeded. Learn from the fortune of others, in addition to learning from the misfortune of others. Learn from the fortune of others. What can you take away from this to booster your own craft? you know. Always helpful to try to figure out what other people have done right. Have I done a lot of 3D puzzles? I'm not sure I've ever done a 3D puzzle, to be honest. This might be my first 3D puzzle I've ever done. But, you know, we're getting by one step at a time. My phone is going to die way before I finish this. I know it already. That's okay. Oh, man. I'm missing a piece, I think, or something. Because I should have another piece exactly like this one, and I can't find it. Encourage you to use 3 thumbnail options. Hold on. To use the 3 thumbnail options, you mentioned improvements. There should be tools that let you try different options to suggest to users. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works with like A/B testing. I'm not sure how that works with A/B testing. If you can test different thumbnails with different users. I'm not sure how that works, but it's a reasonable idea to find out things that work to the extent you can try to learn patterns from it. There it is. That's the piece I need. I saw all videos on different tiles and tracking metrics. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works either. Yeah. Also, your legal junk is okay too. Thank you. Can Aquaman talk to bees in California? That's a very good question. That is a very good question. You're asking the right questions, my friend. These are the things that people want to know. What are Aquaman's powers relating to bees? Good question. Can Aquaman talk to bees in general? No, not strictly speaking. Normally he talks to the fish. So that's the question, I suppose. And normally he can only talk to fish. Yeah, exactly. So can Aquaman talk to bees? Good question. Can we call Aquaman as an expert witness on the question of whether or not fish are bees? That's a good question. What's on your guys' mind? Can the fish talk to the bees? There you go. If the fish can talk to the bees, is it like a translated language thing? That's a good question. Who does the translation? These are the questions that no one thought to ask because they're incredibly dumb. Wonder what my mom was making in the background. I'm not sure exactly what she was making. Making some sort of lunch for herself. I love my mom. She's a wonderful person. She did basically everything right to raise me. So any faults are my own. She tried. She says she's proud of me, and that means a lot to me. Is this the right piece? I don't think so. Well, it might be the right piece. No, that's not right. It's close though. Where are you guys hanging out today? You guys at work? What are you guys doing? What about the time the chickens were in the cause for small cargo vehicles to either be banned or taxed to hell? I don't know anything about that one. It sounds like someone wrote a tax without thinking it through, and then people try to get around the tax, as people do. You know? Calm trees and puzzles is what you need? Cool. Well, I'm glad I can provide that. I am helping. Well, you must be the right piece. Come on. Are you seriously saying you're not the right piece? I don't believe that. Guess not. Damn, it's close though. I wish the chats would stay up a little bit longer when I'm on mobile, because by the time I see them, they're headed away. Also, why can't I type in full text? Well, I don't know about that. I don't know why I can't type in full text. Work from home all day, miss the sunshine. It's been raining here today. This is very slow going puzzle building. Hope you guys are not in a rush. I'm gonna listen to this chat, knit some clothes. That sounds cool. The chats just stay up on the screen. It's so short time when you're on mobile. It's very, very hard to read them. You just can read a couple words and then it disappears on you. It's kind of annoying. I had no idea attorneys react as a YouTube channel. Yeah, it is. It's run by attorney Tom, and I contribute to it, but it hasn't hit the kind of numbers I think people were expecting. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. They can be different. Yeah. I need like a director. That's what I need in my life. I need a producer. I need a producer or a director, someone who can like give me more direction on how to deliver things and how to best present things. Maybe I should try to like join one of those, some of the more successful creators have put together like management companies. Maybe I should try to join like a management company if they'd even be interested in my channel at this point. Love to see the house. It looks amazing. It is a very cool house. I agree. seem to be having trouble finding the right piece here. I'm gonna try to do this in a more systematic way. Who does this piece apply to? Pin the tail blindfolded. This dream doesn't apply to any case. This is just hang out with Uncivil as he puts together a puzzle. This does not apply to any case. This is just spend some time chilling with Uncivil, if you like that kind of thing. Do you like spending time with Uncivil? Then this stream is for you. I love Kurt Hangouts. I know it doesn't help the pocketbook, but it helps the soul. Yeah, they're cool. Sometimes I just like hanging out, just reminding myself that there are people out there in the world. Helps. People who like me. People who value what I do. You know, it makes a difference. How can we fix it? Where are the cracks? I don't know. I'm not sure how we can fix it. It's part of the challenge, trying to figure out how to make the channel grow, how to make other channels grow, how to be better in my craft, and so forth and so on. Thank you for saying you like me very much. I do appreciate it. We do have a very nice little community here, which is nice. We do have a nice little support base, which I appreciate very much. Is this the right piece? No, I don't think so. I decided on Italian beef sandwich. Sounds promising. I hope you enjoy it. Where's the cowboy hat? In Texas. No cowboy hat on the road, man. It's in Texas, where it belongs. think that's the right piece. Is it? Haha, found it finally. Took long enough, but we found the piece. All right. Now I just have to find the piece that's exactly like it, and we'll have a pair. Okay. So let's see if I can match this piece. I hate it when everything comes apart. Shit. Okay, this is the piece. Come on. Am I missing a piece somewhere? If I have to find it in this pile, it's going to be a hard thing. Hold on. $45 should be over here. Every piece is numbered. $57. Is that the right piece? No. The puzzle told me that all pieces 1 through 72 are on the bottom, so I separated those out, or I tried to at least. These like no, these folding pieces, no, they just need to stay over here. How am I doing on battery? Okay, I've got a little bit more battery left. I cannot find this matching piece. This is going to be a problem. That really bothers me. I can't find the matching piece. Yeah, thumbnails are hard because you get only so many characters of a legible room. That's true. Yeah. That's very true. You're correct. I cannot find this piece, man. Maybe it's time for a break. All right, well, I think maybe it's time for a break for now. But we made some progress, not much, but we made some. We got some of the base built. Some of the base built. We got something that looks vaguely Eiffel Tower shape. And, you know, we're making progress. So, good stuff. All right, I'm going to put my phone in the charger for a while, come back to this later, and we'll probably resume this at some point later today. And we'll go from there. This stream will become members only as per typical because it's off brand. And I will see you guys later. Until next time, bye-bye.